You talk about this all the time.
Oh, you don't even know how much I love that. Yeah, I love that. To me, as a kid, that was a dream. Like if you could, right next to each other, there's a family in our community, billionaire family. They live right next to each other. The oldest son has the biggest house, 12,000 square feet. Then the youngest son has the second biggest house, 8,000 square feet. And the parents live in a 6,000 square foot house right next to each other.
Absolutely.
Okay? The two boys have 4 kids. The 8 kids are always together.
Absolutely.
What a great environment.
Absolutely.
It's a dream environment.
Absolutely.
I can't see how a person wouldn't buy into that, the benefits of it.
To actually not lift weights.
Wow.
But his legs
will not grow at all.
Yeah, what
will not grow at all.
What do you do to try to make them grow?
Squats, deadlifts.
Really? They won't grow at all?
Stop it, bro. God.
Consistently works out.
Yeah.
And the arms doesn't touch.
Yeah. Well, look at John Jones. John Jones is a great example.
Curl, nothing.
John Jones is one of
I was not like that at all with his girl. I was like an amazing guy to his girl and everything.
I meant about his athleticism. John has tiny calves.
Yes.
They're tiny. They're like almost non-existent. It's the craziest thing. And he works out fucking hard. Nobody works out harder than John Jones. Just powerlifting, deadlifting, squats.
Yes.
Calves are still tiny. Tiny. Like tiny calves. Like it makes no sense. Look how little his calves are.
Yeah.
Like you can see there, they're so small. And he's got like literally the perfect frame for fighting. Because he only has muscle where he needs it. He's got shoulders, he's got arms, he's got
the calf
he's got
muscle.
thighs. He doesn't need his calves. He's so long. It's like he's designed in a lab. Like if you wanted to design a perfect like physique for fighting, I think it's John Jones. And he's a master at distance. He's the best at using this gift that he has, which is being very tall for the weight class, is incredible, like for keeping a guy away from you.
You think if he fought Ngannou, he'd win?
You never know.
I think lots of men have gone through heartbreak. A lot of men have, and I wouldn't say that I've gone through any heartbreak which is particularly worse than any other guy. What I will say is that I think heartbreak is the most fantastic motivator on the planet. When a lot of men message me and say they're heartbroken, I think that is the most fantastic mindset to be in to achieve things. Because there is that degree of revenge, and there is that degree of vengeance, and that can only be achieved through being so successful, so monumentally important that she can't forgive you. And also, you cannot even sleep, you can't even concentrate, like your whole mind's a mess. That's the perfect time to train.
Dude, I'm an in-and-out enthusiast.
I feel the retention. Just give us the rating so we can level it.
Son, holy shit! Holy shit!
That's a Mrbeast diss right there.
It's how I'm wired.
Retention.
I can't just let a video die.
Step it up, bro.
Miles, the single, please. 1 out of 10.
All right. You know what? I'll take it if it saves the podcast.
Oh, you did get it.
It's just hardwired. You can't spend a decade of your life studying how to go viral and how to get people to watch the video and then have it firebomb in front of your eyes and not like hurt your soul.
Now,
Hi, Ruff.
I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast coming out as our true selves.
We're furries!
Yeah, we've been holding it in forever.
This is my true identity. And you know what? It just eats me alive to not tell how we met at a furry con.
Well, we didn't know that we met there. Remember?
Well, yeah, I didn't know who you were for a long time.
Yeah, we didn't know. I'm like, oh my God, you're Meow Meow?
Dude, it blew my mind. I mean, to me, that is proof we're in a simulation. Because what are the odds?
They're not good.
What are the odds, man?
The
that I
odds
would
are
be-
also not good that I'm going to keep this fucking helmet on.
I still do, and I always will. Don't like me. Don't like me. I'm good with that.
That's exactly what's going on with like fat models.
That's it. I'm
People
proud.
are like, you're beautiful no matter what. But that's not true.
And the thing about it is, I have no problem if you want to be fat. I have no problem with anybody. If you want to be whatever the fuck you want to be. But make sure you fucking, if you're fat, motherfucker, go be fat. Go be real fucking fat.
But let's be real. Nobody wants to be fat.
Nobody does. That's why I said it, man. Nobody does.
It's not true. They will pretend. I'm fine with it. But if I could give you a button that you could push and boink.
Be skinny.
All of a sudden you'd have this incredible body.
Yep.
Everybody would push that button.
I think it's genius.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be interesting.
I'm for that
I don't know
now.
who the player would be to do it. Someone would have to come back probably from retirement and try it out.
I think it's interesting how the trans, because it used to just be gay, right? It was gay and straight, right? And it kind of felt like that. And then trans has kind of evolved out of
Then
that.
it turned into LGBT.
Right.
I remember that. It was
Oh, that's a good
LGBT.
point.
Then it was LGBTQ.
Mhm.
And then now I'm seeing it's like LGBTQ +2 or -2.
Yeah.
Soon they're gonna have the square root in there or some shit. Like I don't know what keeps. I don't think they should be. Why do they even group gay people and trans people together? I feel like that's even just
That's
insulting.
like what, offensive to one of the
Like being
genders?
gay and being
There should
trans.
be gay. Is there gay trans beef? I don't see. That's some of the stuff I just don't know. I don't know if there's like a lot of beef between gay and trans. I don't know.
Focus. I mean, you also like we worked out together this morning.
That was fun.
You're really strong, dude.
We're getting there.
I'm not like you were.
We're on day 300
I was like,
of
oh my
working out
God.
every day. Actually,
Yeah.
today was 310. So me and Eric, another YouTuber, we signed a contract where we'd work out every day, and if we didn't, we'd get a tattoo of each other.
Yeah.
And like, you're okay to have a day off if it's like actual part of your program. So occasionally have rest days, but for the most part, the last 310 days, me and him have worked out every single day, and we've held each other accountable, and it's been awesome. Because I was just so laser focused on the channel and I just like realized one day I was like, I have not been working out or like taking care of myself or anything. And then I called Eric and I was like, this is a problem. Like, let's do this. And he felt kind of the same way. Although I was really fat. He was just like, whatever, a little chubby. Yeah. And so that was almost a year ago, and we've worked out every day since. And Eric is looking yoked.
Yeah, he's
you can throw a
jacked.
photo of
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah.
Because he was already pretty lean.
Yeah.
And so he was just stacking muscle. Up to this point, I've just been losing fat. So it's a lot harder to just put on muscle when you're losing fat. But it's been fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It was like being in the gym this morning was awesome. Like
Exactly.
you built like a really cool compound here.
Thank you. Well, and my little thing on that before we move on, it's like, all you have to do really is like, just work out for like 3 months really consistently, and then it'll just become part of your lifestyle. Like I couldn't fathom a year ago, like how am I ever going to do this religiously, because we just have so much stuff going on, but now it's just truly a habit.
Cum didn't just get humans pregnant.
Yeah.
No. That's what I think of. Imagine
No,
if
you
cum
can't
got
think of that,
everything
man.
from frogs to chickens. Like if everywhere you went, you found, God, this dude fucked a turtle. You found like some turtle person.
You gotta fucking. You can't think about that, man.
You imagine if anything could get anything pregnant.
Yeah.
And then a new combination was born. Turtle people.
Dude, that's what's next.
Koi people. Some dude fucked a koi.
Yeah.
He busted into that koi palm, knocked that koi. Imagine you're out there throwing bread on your koi palm. You're like, hey, it has legs. What the fuck, man? Somebody fuck one of these fish. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But why? It's the sexy assassin that you root for. The whole thing is like, have we forgiven his past where he worked for the Russian mob and killed how many fucking people that didn't deserve to be killed? Like he was the guy you sent in to kill people. It's the weirdest sort of hero that's ever existed. Because it's so satisfying because they killed his puppy.
New York City local, you know it. I felt like if it could succeed in New York City, it could succeed anywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a hard place to create something and make it work. So,
what was that experience? Did you walk in, taste the froyo, say this is like awesome product, and then hit up the owner?
It's the weirdest story. I'll try to make it really fast. Antonio Brown walked off the field. I hit him up. I said, "Yo, we got to film something." I thought that was the funniest thing. He goes, "I'm in New York. Come out."
Literally, Antonio Brown, the wide receiver,
yes,
walks out the field, and you hit him up after the game.
Yes, and he goes, "Come to New York City. We're here." So I go to New York City. I get dinner, and I ask my friend. He lives in New York. I go, "Dude, I want dessert." We're at that Italian place. It sucks. Like the food's okay, but like they had no dessert. So I was like, I needed some good desserts. You know?
Yeah.
I want ice cream or something or froyo. He goes, "There's a place called 16 Handles. Let's go." I was like, "What's that?" He goes, "This is like New York City's like froyo spot." So he brings me there. I love it. I put it in my video, and the owner of that location hits me up. He said, "Thanks for stopping by my spot."
Yeah.
He's a franchisee. We kept talking. I was like, "Why don't you just buy the whole company?" You know? Like,
Who says that to you?
I told him to. I said that to him. I said
to the franchisee.
To the franchisee.
Yeah.
Basically, Antonio Brown flaked, so I never got to see him. But he's the reason I went to New York City. So thankfully for him, we're making money. Business is booming.
So you bought a significant stake in
So I
that
tell
froyo
that
business.
I tell that guy, his name's Neil. I was like, why don't you just buy the whole thing? Why do you have 5 locations or 7 locations, whatever he had? And he's like, yeah, you know, I tried, they wouldn't. And then I just kept talking to him. He's like, if you ever want to do it, because I have Danny's Cream Pies. He's like, if you ever want to do a pop-up out here in New York City, I can help you, because he had all that. I was like, dude, no, I'm trying to do bigger stuff. Like, you know, I don't care about this fake ice cream shop of mine. I was like, I'm trying to do real shit. And he's like, we kept talking. And then eventually he's like, we ended up trying to buy this together. Yeah. And then it took a bit. And then we finally bought 16 handles. Me and him did it together. And it was insane.
You and this franchisee.
Okay, you land. What's the refugee camp in Germany like?
I mean, listen, man, it's not what you think. It's just a bunch of people that are trying to fight for freedom. You know, we're all from Poland, from Czechoslovakia at the time, Yugoslavia, family, you know, Anna Maria, Miodrag, you know, the staff family over here. And we're all living together. They would come, they would drop off the food, you would go pick it up, the apple, you know, juice, all this stuff, milk, you would bring it in. We had a small little park. It was an army base right next to us. And so we would go and look over the building to see what the guys were blowing up in the army base. So that's what it was like. And, you know, you'd go to school and they would look at you, you know, you came to our country and you're making it worse, because there was some, you know, a lot of things were going on with the stabbing, the fights, all this stuff. So I'm a Middle Eastern guy. You automatically put that person in you can't blame the guys to be thinking that, because there was a lot of that going on in Germany, but it was a different experience.